Hey, long time no see, long time no talk. Did you miss me? Cause I missed you. It's been a minute. Hold on, we're not ready. I'm sorry. We're not ready. Okay. My hair's not in a good place for this right now. I graduated. I finished school finally. Yeah, it's been a month since I did anything like this because, like many things, I like when we allow life to happen in between, and that's why here we go. I hate texting people. I don't like it anymore, you know, when you're like talking, because I don't do that. I don't do that. I think it's really stupid. It creates a false sense of intimacy and you're falling in love with words on a screen, and I'm not about that. So I don't like to be waiting by a phone. I don't like somebody else waiting by a phone for me, on me, you know. I don't like that. Go live your life. Let life happen in between. So that's what I'm telling myself. It's been a month since I've done anything with, yeah, speaking to a camera, because I let life happen in between. And life things, I finished school, I graduated, and that's crazy. I'm wearing this because I paid $100 for it, so I'm gonna wear it whenever I want, as much as I want. It's a big deal. It's like, not that it's not a big deal, because I'm old and it took forever, but like, because I'm old and it took forever and I went through so much, it is a big deal. So I'm gonna wear this and I'm gonna get my $100 worth. My grandma got me this. That's my name. That's my name. Okay? That's crazy. I was graduating with like 20-year-olds. Insane. Whatever. My parents got me this. My grandma got me this. Where's my stole? I have a stole. There it is. They give you a stole because they want you to feel like you did something. There it is. Here's my diploma. It hasn't come in yet. I owe them money. Whatever. Anyway, but we did it. I finished what matters to me and I finished what's important to me, and they let me walk, and I walked, and that was crazy. And I don't know, I wasn't sure, like, what the fuck am I saying? This is gonna be a messy video just because, like, I have to tiptoe around a lot of things. Love that air conditioner. Love it. Feels great in here. Sounds amazing. What the fuck was I gonna say? That's my name. If it's any incentive to like go to school and graduate, I don't know. I think graduation, is it regalia? It's really fucking cool. It looks sick. I love taking pictures of people in like different color gowns and hats and seeing how they decorate it. Master's robes and hats. Doctorate regalia looks so cool. Academic apparel looks so cool. And I'm looking around, I'm like, if school were free, I would do it. I would continue, and because I wanna wear that. Yeah, whatever. So that was one of my incentives. I'm like, I wanna wear the things. I wanna wear the stuff. You know me, because I like to wear stuff. But yeah, but it's also like, you gotta get there. Obviously, you gotta do all the work. But if you can picture yourself wearing the thing, then like you're already there, you know? So if you picture yourself getting robed with, I don't even know how this stuff works. It's my first time being a human. Just kidding. When they robe you, I don't know. Oh, they did it at my ceremony, at my little, the smaller, the college one, the art school. The masters, they had a mentor. I don't know how any of these things work. I wish I did. I wish I was more involved. I can't. I don't have time, you know? But the masters got robed, and they have a mentor with them, as I was saying. That was just really cute. I never got close to teachers or professors. I was too scared, too shy. I never opened my mouth. But like, that's cool. And be like, hey, like, can you robe me? Oh my god, it was so cool to see. And everything is so ritualistic, and that's cool to see too. How do we start this? Should I tell you about my week? Okay, happy notes, yeah. So it was very last minute, and I wasn't gonna tell anybody just because I don't like to tell anybody anything. And I didn't want to like make a big deal out of it because it was very last minute, and I didn't want to like burden my family. And I was also like not embarrassed, but like I don't get embarrassed easily, but like embarrassed in a weird way. I don't know, like let me do it for me. Let me experience this and let's get this over with. And I gotta move on because I have to move on. I had so much shit to do. I was in my hotel editing photos from other people's graduations. Like I have work to do. Can you hear me? What the fuck was I gonna say? So that week came up, and I was like to my boss, I was like, hey, I'm going to Arizona, I'm gonna walk. She's like, okay, cool. And then I found out I was cool to walk, and I was okay, and I can graduate, whatever. So I had my sister take my graduation photos at the beach the Friday before. I was like, let's do this real fast, and we did it. That was also cool to like, oh, it's my turn. Like, instead of taking the pictures, I get to be in them now with my stuff. That was cool. And then I solo tripped to Arizona, and I stayed by myself. It was cool. Like, I like that I'm able to do that for myself. Like, I can solo trip, I can drive myself, I can get a hotel, I can stay in a hotel and be okay. Like, it's the freedom, the independence, I don't know, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. And then I went to the first ceremony, the big university one, alone, and that was really cool. And I was really like, I made it a point to be there and just observe everybody else. I don't know, just like taking it all in, you know. It was cool. I wasn't emo, but I did come home and sob, like go back to the hotel. Just that's another thing, another reason why I didn't want to tell anybody, because like I really wanted to process all of that by myself. And then, well, my sister ended up telling my parents, because they were like, why were you taking pictures? So she told them, oh, she's walking. So they met me, and they came to the college ceremony a couple days later. They drove out, watched me walk. That was really nice. And then they took me to brunch, and then they went back. And I'm glad they did. It was nice to have them there, and I was like sad when they left. I'm crying. And that was like hard to process too, because of all this shit. Oh my god, as soon as I start talking about my parents, I get so emo. I cannot talk about them. Oh god, wow, it's so early. We haven't even talked about anything sad. There it is. I'm so excited to cry on the internet. Wow. Let me wipe my tears with $100. Thank you very fucking much. $100 worth of maroon polyester. It's luxury, baby. Okay, yeah, my parents get me. Anytime I talk about my parents, I fall apart. My life is a beautiful, beautiful, so far. It's been a beautiful story, like, so well written. I'm like, damn, who did this shit? Who really did that? It's really cool. It's really fucked up, but it's really cool. It's not that it's over, but like, the ending of that book was good. That was cool. I was like, okay, wow, good job. Good job, writers. Beautiful details that I can't, there's so many things I can't talk about, and I can't tell all of it, and I think that's really, that's cool. That's cool. Like, that things are so sacred to me, and they're so important. Like, they're very important parts of the story, juicy parts of the story. I can't, and I won't. And I'm protecting a lot of people, and I have manners in class, unfortunately. God. And too many people benefit and have benefited off of my silence, and that is okay. I want nothing but peace. After all of that, I'm like, I want nothing but peace. I don't want, never mind, peace. I want peace, but the story is just so good, like too good not to tell, but I can't tell all of it, which sucks, but it's so good. Just take my word for it. Okay. I started school in 2014. I'm 45 years old. No, I'm not. I started school in 2014. Yeah, okay. I had to withdraw from school in 2016. Wow, it feels like I was there for a cool minute. I played 2.5 seasons of Division I softball at George Washington University. But when I got there, I had the time of my life. I really did. Despite like going through like a really shitty depressive episode, I had the best time, and it was so much fun. I did college right when I was there. I did it like, it was, despite the bad shit and how horrible I felt, it was perfect, and it was so fun and the best time. If that incentivizes anybody to go to college or play collegiate sport. I've never done this before. I've never said these things out loud. Yeah, if that incentivizes anybody to play a collegiate sport or go away to school, it's well worth it. And ouch, this hurts. And I miss it so much, and I would do it again. It was really fun. It was really fun, and you never get that, like, that freedom and that, like, god damn it, that, I will never get to be that much of a shit show without consequence ever again. And yeah, there's fun in that freedom. Hold on, $100 here. And the people I was around really helped me out, and I clung to them when I felt so terrible, so that was cool. Okay, so I got there, yeah, I got to school, and I go through this depression because of things that happened to me and that I went to from ages, I don't know what, to, when did I, like 17 when I got to school. So you go through all of this trauma, 17-ish, maybe less, years of trauma, because I don't know when it started, years of trauma, and then you finally get to a safe place across the country, and you are finally able to release and let go, and you're safe. You don't know how tired you are of like holding on and like being in fight or flight and protecting yourself. You don't know how like strained you are until you finally get to let go. And all you want to do is like nothing. And wow, what the fuck was that? All I wanted to do was sleep and drink and party and like just to finally not have to protect myself. Like I always make this example, like if you're holding onto a muscle for so long and you finally let go, you're tired. You were tired. I was exhausted. And then I had that depressive episode where all I did was sleep and yeah, whatever. And I did a good job of hiding it to an extent. Yeah. But like things like I was a mess. It was dirty. I couldn't brush my hair. Like you go through stuff like that, you know? Developed like I've always had a bit of an eating disorder, but like it got worse there when I started self-harm. That's a form of addiction. I understand addiction because it became an addiction and I get it. But good news, we don't do that anymore. So that's cool. Everything gets better. Never kill yourself. I no longer have disordered eating habits. It's actually very in control now, in a good way, because all you want is control, right? But like I'm in control of it now. Everything's fine. Everything's better now. Wow, looking back, not okay. So yeah. So to cope with like, oh, I'm safe now. I'm really exhausted. I'm tired. I don't know. I just really didn't know what was wrong with me because I didn't want to address the things that had happened or that I went through. But yeah, I didn't get it while I was there at school, but I got it after. It's a long one. This is a long one. Sorry. I hope you can hear me. Yeah, okay, so the effects of my previous life, like my childhood, teenage years, those effects, I took them to college with me, felt the effects, reacted to those effects, and I didn't care about school just because I was so messed. I didn't want to do anything but draw and paint and take pictures. Hold on, $100 here. Does this big ass light bother you? I don't even know what it looks like. And I'm not gonna know what it looks like until after I watch this. But this is my softbox light thing that I just got. Not for this shit. For actually taking pictures. I used it to take pictures of somebody. Oh, God. But I was like, let's wheel it in here today and see what it looks like. Anyway. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, I've been drawing my whole life. It's art, and specifically drawing has been the only not the only constant, but like, I've been doing it. It's the only thing I remember. It's like, yeah. So this is so fucked up. That was so stupid. I used to be very smart. Like, it was like, I was ugly as fuck. I was ugly as fuck. But like, I was really smart. And I was so, that was like my pride and joy was how smart I was. Like, scary smart. Like, damn near perfect in school. Like, that was my favorite thing about myself, was like I was really smart. Ugh. And then, so I got into a great school. I got into a really good school, right? And my intentions were to major in environmental science or environmental engineering, because I just wanted to save the fucking planet or whatever. I was really into like the environment. So when I committed to school as a sophomore, those were my intentions. But then I took AP environmental science like my senior year, and I was like, oh, I actually fucking hate this. This is terrible. I don't want to do this. I was like, what are we gonna do? And then I get to school, I'm undeclared. School is like the last thing on my mind, because I'm like, wow, I really want to kill myself. Like, I want to die every single day. I don't care about school. I don't care about this. I want to drink. I want to party. I want to hurt myself. I want to play softball. I want to lift weights. Lifting weights, aside from all the other shit, lift was like one of my favorite things to do. So if you need a coping mechanism, go to the fucking gym. It helps. Work out, run, walk, lift weights, do all that, dance. It all helps. What was I saying? Yeah, I did not care about school, and I was just, I saw like, I knew everything was gonna crash and burn, so I just really didn't care. And then it came down to like, it came time to declare my major. What do my eyelashes look like right now? It was my sophomore year, so I was like, let's major in art. Kind of going rogue. So that's not what my parents would have wanted for me. That's like shameful to major in art. Well, it's not, but like, it's just like, what are you doing? I had a scholarship, and then like the thought of like, you're gonna major in art, like what are you gonna do with that? I'm like, no guys, I'm good. I'm gonna kill myself anyway. Like, just let me draw it out, let me paint. Before I do, you know, let me get it out. Let me enjoy this. Let me enjoy my time here. So I started taking the art classes there, and of course they were the only ones I ever did well in, which I know what you're thinking, oh, art's easy, it's my easy A. But I'm good, and I was good, and people didn't like me because I was good. No, and professors liked me because I was good. And that makes me sad, because I really miss some of those professors. They were really cool. A professor I had, her name was Melissa, and I will never forget her because she wore a necklace that said fuck it. And she was my like drawing 2 professor, and she was like, she sent me an email. She said, you have gifts, you have talent, like use it. And then in person, before I left, I had to tell everyone I was leaving. I was withdrawing from school because I want to kill myself. And she was like, you want to be an artist? And I was like, yeah, I do. She was like, yeah, do it. She's like, you're not going to be a starving artist, obviously. She's like, I never starved. Like, do it. Okay. Yeah. Hold on, rich girl tears. It's $100. $100 hanky. Wow. I hope that everything makes sense, because I'm just kind of... Are you keeping up? I don't care. It's just for me to look back on. Audience of 1. Me. No. I only did this because I had eyelashes on today. Make it a little more palatable for myself. What the fuck was I gonna say? Okay, so yeah, declared my major, and I was really excited about it. It was cool. That was sophomore year, and the way things add up, it's just so beautiful, so lovely. Anyway, as I was saying, so going back to me being a baby genius, I was smart. Like, yeah, I was a perfectionist, still am a little bit. And more than anything, my parents were really, 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 really hard on me, and I I know the words now. I know whatever. I can't say that. I just wanted to make them proud, and I wanted them to be happy because I needed them to be proud and happy. They were very, very hard on me. Very, very strict. My dad was really, really mean. It's the nicest way I can say it. We're much better now. I love that man to death. And he is a great person. But he was really, really mean. So I needed to be... I was very well behaved. I was a perfect child. Mom and dad, I was perfect. You gotta hand it to me. I was great. Just, yeah. Just very shy and a freak. And, yeah, whatever. Shy, sad, and a freak. I'm a Scorpio. But I was, yeah, okay, whatever. So let's go to like middle school. So I'm still very smart, and my goal is to be valedictorian of my middle school because I want my parents to be very happy and hop off my ass. But deep down, my incentive was like, I get to give a speech. That's all I wanted to do was speak. I just wanted to give a speech. Which makes no fucking sense because I was painfully shy. And this is another favorite anecdote of mine. I was nominated to be in the spelling bee because I was smart, but I was so painfully shy that I spelled the word equilibrium incorrectly on purpose because I didn't want to have to be part of the team and go on stage. So they picked me as an alternate, but I spelled it EQUALIBRIUM instead of the correct way because I wanted it to be believable. I put equilibrium because I was so painfully shy that I was like, let me be bad at this. Let me be wrong because I don't want to go up there. But I wanted to give a speech. It makes no fucking sense. I don't know. I love performing. I love performing. Did a talent show. Did one talent show in my whole life. 3rd grade. We won. Yeah. Danced my little ass off. Yeah. Makes no fucking sense. I get it now. I get it now. Look at me. Anyway, I'm a genius. Okay, whatever. So I was smart. Everything was perfect. Grades were perfect. And then I got my first concussion from softball. That was like 7th grade. I was like 12. It was real bad. And then all my straight A's. Oh, here's an A-. Oh shit. Here's another A-. And then instead of being valedictorian, I was salutatorian. Because I got hit in the head. My grades started to slip. And stuff at home was happening. So that was another thing. So I still got to give a speech. And my parents were still kind of proud of me. But I wasn't perfect. I wasn't number 1. And I will never forget that. Because I got hit in the head. It affects you, believe it or not. And then get to high school. I'm doing fine. I'm up there, whatever. Still, like, I'm smart. Then I got another really bad concussion my freshman year. And then my grades started to slip again. And then I was also in a really bad relationship that took up a lot of my life. And it was a really big, painful part of my life. And I'll leave it at that. And everything just started to like slip out from under me because these things affect you. Trauma affects you. I committed to my school sophomore year, blah, 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 whatever, okay. Do we get that chunk, right? And so mean dad, mean parents, strict parents, evil relationship, concussions, and then let's put the cherry on top of the sundae. I have and had complex trauma, complex PTSD, meaning these are intentional, reoccurring events, chronic events. It's not just one instance of trauma. Like, I got in an accident. What else happens one time? I don't know. I gave birth one time. Something was affecting me constantly, so I developed CPTSD and complex trauma. So the cherry on top. I can't say the words. I physically cannot say the words. But if you study the effects of like childhood and adolescent sexual abuse, sexual trauma, and then you kind of, if you saw me as a child and knew me as a child and then watched me grow up, you're like, oh, that's textbook. That's the only way I can like be like, hey, look at how I was, look at how I acted and the things I did, and then look at her in high school. Yeah, and it wasn't. I'm still very in denial, even though I know, and I think that's also why I never told anybody. I never talked about it, because nobody would have believed me in either instance, because it didn't just happen once. It was 2 different parts of my life, and it wasn't just once, you know? It was, these things were happening. And what I've learned in my time that I've set aside to look at all these terrible things, because you have to look at them, and you can't be in denial, is that when you're really young, your brain will actually like block these things from you to protect you. And then, yeah. But then you see the effects. Like if you not watch a child, but if you see a child go through, you know they've been through that, and you kind of watch them, you see it, you know? And another really big thing I like always pushed was like, women, we are always taught like, you know, be careful at night, be careful who you talk to, don't talk to strangers, be careful in parking structures, be careful outside, don't go out too late, blah blah blah, be aware of your surroundings. These are all strangers, yeah, but nobody teaches you how to protect yourself from the people who are supposed to love you or love you. So like friends, family members, partners. Nobody tells you like that shit can happen from people who aren't strangers, you know? And hold on. I need to be so careful about how I say these things. I never talked about these things because I didn't want that to be my story. That's not my narrative. I'm not gonna give credit to people for like look at what happened to her. That shit doesn't happen for no reason. I don't fall apart for no reason. Dog, I was perfect. I was perfect and I was going places. Like, there's always a reason. But being very little, like 6, I knew like I have people to protect. And I was looking out for people more than I was looking out for myself. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know like, hey, I have to look out for myself. I was more worried about like, something's gonna happen to them if I say something. And then this person's gonna get mad. And then like, there's already a lot of family shit going on. I can't contribute to that. At a very young age, I was like, no, you can't say anything. And then like that follows me into high school where I deal with similar situations. And I think because of the way I carried myself and the way I behaved as a result of sexual trauma. I hypersexualized myself. I oversexualized myself because I needed a means of, this is so textbook, which I'm so thankful for, of reclaiming control of that part, you know? Oh yeah, so I think because of the way I carried myself and the way I acted, and maybe like the energy that I'm not aware of, but other people are, because of all that, I felt like people wouldn't have believed me if I had said anything about anything. So I've internalized everything. I didn't want to get in trouble. I don't know how I would have gotten in trouble, but I didn't want to find out. Again, parents were strict. I don't know, like I didn't know how to deal with that. So yeah, sexual trauma. It's a crazy thing. And like I do a really good job of hiding things. I do a really good job of acting like I'm okay. But like to say that those things didn't ruin my life, didn't ruin me as a person, like I'd be lying, you know? Those things, like those, ugh. Like they ruined my life. They ruined my fucking life. Okay, we're back. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. And I downplay it a lot. And I pushed it down a lot. But, bro, sexual trauma is life ruining and life changing, excuse me. And, God, fuck, shit. Like, I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, this is not an exaggeration. It's so, see, like almost every moment of my day is consumed by that. Excuse me, consumed by that stuff. Like flashbacks, like out of fear, and like I don't live in fear anymore, but like yeah, like every decision you make, every move you make, you have to like fear and disgust. I just do a really good job of hiding things. Alright, we good. So there's shit I like vaguely remember, and then there's shit I will never ever forget. Doesn't matter what I do or how old I am, I will never forget some of the shit that you can't, there's no way to get rid of it. That's crazy. And then something I always tell myself that makes me really sad is like, I always like picture being like at the altar on my wedding day. I'm like, I'm gonna remember this on my wedding day. I'm gonna think about this on my wedding day. I don't know fucking why, but like it seeps into every happy part of your life, every good thing. It's just there. It's just there. Like it doesn't matter what I'm doing, who I'm with, what's happening. Like it's so involuntary to like remember it and picture it. Like I don't want to. It's just there and it doesn't fucking leave you. Not to give anybody like not to be like there's no hope, but like you get better, but like motherfucking fortunately it will always be there. Maybe not, I don't know. Knock on wood. Okay, I don't want to talk about that anymore. There are a lot of beautiful details within all that shit, but I can't talk about that anymore. Okay, that's all. Okay, we got that. Yeah. Okay, I'm in college, dealing with the effects of trauma, whatever, all that shit. Concussions. I'm an art student. How much lower can you get? You know? Excuse me. Okay, and then come my junior year, my third year there. Okay, excuse me. What the fuck? I hate whatever. I'm the only catcher. This is so poetic the way this ends. I'm the only catcher my sophomore year, the year before. So I caught that entire season by myself, which like in hindsight I'm thankful for because it was my last season ever. It might really like my last time playing. Like I tell myself like you got a whole season, you caught a whole fucking season by yourself. Like that was your last hurrah, and that's cool. Very sad my junior year. Like we got a new coach, we got new bats, and I was really excited about it. And my last at bat was a hit. That's all I remember. It wasn't anything special, but it was a hit, and I was optimistic. That's how I knew I was really bad, because I was like, it's that high, that really high, like, ooh, yeah, like life's turning around. I'm so happy. Everything's perfect. Like, oh, like maybe I'll have a better season hitting. You can look up my stats, but let me tell you, I might have been dealing with the finger fucking too. Whatever, I don't care, it happened. I was fucked up in the head, can't hit a ball for shit. I was okay, I was good. I was good enough to play D1 and get where I needed and wanted to go. But when I got there, fucking head case. I would be a much better hitter now, just with confidence, this newfound confidence alone. But it's okay, we can't go back. But again, I was a fucking head case, and unfortunately that's a big part of the game, and it really fucked me up. But I was very good defensively. I digress. Okay, so yeah, I caught that last season. My last at bat was a hit, and then I celebrated my 20th birthday there. And then like a week later, I had been going to like therapy with like the student therapist there. They sucked. They started putting me on meds there. It didn't work. They made me worse. And yeah, a week after like my birthday, or that week, so yeah, I was living it up, had the best birthday ever. It was Halloween, great Halloween, my birthday, best time. And then like that week I had to pack up my shit, and I had to tell everybody like very awkwardly like, hey, I'm not doing so well, I gotta go home, they're sending me home. So yeah, so I went home. That was devastating, leaving like everybody there. Yeah, I left, came home, embarrassing, so embarrassing. So like you have it all, like you have it all, and then I can't carry it. There's other shit I'm carrying, I can't carry this shit anymore. So that's what happened, it just fell apart. Oh, there was another concussion. I forgot about the other concussion. Oh my god, that was the whole point. That's why things got really, really bad junior year. So I caught that whole, I'm sorry. I caught my whole sophomore season by myself, and then towards the end, I got my last concussion. I was catching a bullpen, because I was the only catcher. I was catching, not a bullpen, it was like a one-on-one with the pitcher. And the pitcher was talking to a coach, and I was really tired because I was the only catcher. So I stand up to give my legs a break, take my mask off to get some air, and the pitcher wasn't paying attention, pitched the ball, hit me directly in the face. I was like, wow, she hit a spot, and didn't even realize she hit me. And then she was like, what happened? I'm like, you fucking hit me. And that was bad. And after you get like one concussion, you're more susceptible to more concussions, and then the effects get worse. So that was like, I was already fucked up. And they sent me home, but I was scared of like backlash with one of the other coaches. So I was like, no, I'm fine, let me hit, blah, blah, blah. And then it was this weird thing, like, no, she says she's fine, she's not. And then I went home, and then one of the coaches, who's not there anymore, she was like, hey, get some rest, go to sleep, don't tell your mom. That was weird. I was like, what do you fucking mean, don't tell my mom? I'm probably concussed. So I tried to like push through it out of fear that one coach was gonna like come at me because she was mean. And then the other coach was like, don't tell your mom. I'm like, what the fuck? So it was handled very weirdly. So I went home, and I don't even know how, whatever, I digress. So yeah, that was a concussion that really ruined it for me. And then my junior year comes around, and I can't do anything. after that concussion, my parents came for like the last weekend or whatever to see the games. They were gonna come anyway, but they came, thankfully, to like take care of me kind of. But like I remember, I always talk about this too. I remember going to like a restaurant and I couldn't read the menu. I had to have my mom read the menu for me. And then like writing was like, physically writing was hard. That's fucking crazy. Like to not be able to read and write. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? I can't even like, oh my god. Like I can't believe that happened. Because I can read and write now. Again, you know, I can read and write again now. Took, I don't know how many fucking years. But, yeah. So, came home for the summer, whatever, dealt with my concussion. I did a lot of medical shit for my concussions and nothing worked. And then went back to school, and that's what happened. Halloween, my birthday, and then I left like third week of November. Because that last concussion got me so bad on top of all my other shit, right? Okay, are you following? Are you keeping up? So I'm at home now. So this is our lineup. Sexual trauma, mean dad, problems at home, concussions, and then I'm just a fucking weirdo. I'm a fucking freak, okay? That's our lineup, okay? So I get home, and in my mind, it's getting clearer because it's more recent. In my mind, I'm going back to school, but I'm getting like help. You know, I'm gonna get better, but I'm gonna go back. So I'm still practicing, I'm still hitting and shit. And I go hit with my dad, I go to a park, and my sisters are there. I'm just telling the story. He's a great man, there's nothing wrong with him. We're perfect, I love him so much. Great dad, great guy. In hindsight, I wouldn't have changed a thing. But yeah, we're hitting at the park, and he's an angry guy. He's yelling at us, he's yelling at my little sisters, and I'm like, hey, I'm just standing up for them, like, don't talk to them like that, blah, blah, blah. We get in a really big fight. We used to fight for fucking everything. He hated me. And yeah, I was defending my sisters, and he left me at the park, and took my sisters home. Left me at the park. I had no phone. I had my glove and a sweater. I don't think I've ever told anybody, but that day he left me at the park, that was my first suicide attempt. It's first? I don't fucking know. We'll call it my first. First one. Didn't work out. Obviously. And then eventually, and I ended up here. I walked here, and it was a big old thing. People are looking for me. I'm like, he left me. I was just trying to get home, but and things cooled down. I went home back to my parents' house, and I don't know, whatever. It's hostile there, terrible. Walking on eggshells. My whole life, just walking on eggshells around that man. Love him still. He's okay. He's fine. We're okay. I don't blame my parents for anything. Anyway, okay. And whatever, fast forward a couple days, whatever, I don't know. I'm rolling up a hose outside. My dad has OCD. Just to preface everything. Poor man has a lot going on, but he has OCD. I was rolling up the water hose outside, and I guess I didn't do it perfectly, the way he taught me and the way he likes it. So he comes out, he just goes in on me for not rolling up the hose perfectly, and that did it. And he said, get your shit and get out. So I got my shit in plastic bags and I got out. He kicked me out. That's a cool thing to say in a lifetime, like, your dad kicked you out. That's crazy. Never would have thought. Me, little old me, I was a good kid, gets kicked out. What the fuck? That was personal. My dad just didn't like me. yeah, thankfully I had somewhere to go, and I never liked like kind of talking about that because I had weird guilt. Like there are people who get kicked out and end up homeless and don't have places to go, so I can't really talk about this. Even, I don't know, you know, it's weird, but I'm thankful, like, people love me. People other than my family love me. So I ended up here, and it's been a long time coming because it didn't always look like this, you know? And then like silly things like painting the room yellow and decorating my room, like it might look silly, but for me it's like a testament to like an evolution, you know, like the time that's gone by and what I'm able to do, you know, and make of my circumstances. It's more than just painting a room fucking yellow, okay? Yeah. So I got kicked out and I didn't go back to school. So at my fucking lowest, excuse me, I got kicked out, yeah. When I, like, at my lowest, when I really needed love more than anything. Get your shit and get out. And shit was just like horrible between, it was awkward between my family and I. Thankfully my friend and her family kind of took me under their wing, and I was around them for a long time. They, yeah, love them to death. A lot of people took me under their wing, and I'm very thankful for them. But I think that's the gist of my life, kinda. That's what I can tell you. And yeah, I've been in this house ever since. He kicked me out in like 2017, and now I'm here. And I'm on a completely opposite timeline now. I am away from the, hold on. I don't know. Going back to like school. If all that shit didn't happen, I wouldn't have met some of my favorite people on the planet. My best friends, some of my best friends. I wouldn't have coached softball. I wouldn't have traveled to a bunch of places. I wouldn't have been to a bunch of shows and seen museums. There was so much life to be lived that I wouldn't have been able to live had everything gone according to plan. And the reason why I am so much a completely different human being, so much better, I'm pretty okay now, like despite everything, like I should be dead. I'm so dead. Like this is so trippy because like I should be dead, and I wanted to be dead for a long time. I don't get those feelings anymore, but this is all because I actually took the time out of my life to sit there and look at every single disgusting, horrible thing that's ever happened to me and dissect it and analyze it and figure out how it affected me, how it changed me, and then how do we undo that? I did that during the pandemic. While everybody else was complaining like, oh, I want to go out, I miss people, blah blah blah, I'm stuck in the house. I was like, this is a gift. This is a gift to my introverted self. We will I kept telling myself, we will never get this time back. So we have to use it. We have to figure something out. Like we have to figure out what the fuck is wrong with us and fix it. And we did. And I taught myself how to paint, and I got pretty good at it. I got okay at it, and I couldn't major. Oh, and then I started going back to school in 2019, ASU online, because I had to work. Excuse me. What was I gonna say? I had to major in digital photography because that's what was there online. Excuse me. again, it was another blessing because now I'm a photographer. What the fuck? That's cool. Excuse me. But I don't know how to wrap this up. But after all that, like I am a completely different person and I'm okay now. And I don't shut the fuck up now because like I got my voice not back, but I have a voice now. I didn't start speaking, talking, being a person, being more than a pair of eyes until like 2020. That's how it feels. And now that I can't shut the fuck up. I cannot shut the fuck up. And I like that. And I keep feeling like my life is over, but not in a bad way. It's more like that part of my life is over. And the rest of my life I can dedicate to whatever the fuck I want. Because that's how I'm choosing to spend my time. You know, and I think I'm very, very not lucky. Excuse me. Because luck doesn't, I don't know, man. That's not luck. Luck is me not getting out of it. I don't fucking know. I got myself out of a lot. I got myself through a lot. I figured it out. Not on my own, but I made a lot of good decisions on my own. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I'm in no fucking way thankful for the things that have happened to me, but I'm thankful for my ability to get out and make something of what was given to me, which was some bullshit. Some bullshit. And I don't want to die anymore, and I actually think dying is, I think about death now, I'm like, you motherfuckers, don't do that to me. After all that shit, now I gotta die? I don't even get to, does it get to be fun? Does it get to be cool? Can I have a good last half of my life? Damn, you know? So that's why I'm very adamant about doing stupid ass shit, like painting a room yellow and yapping on a camera, because that's what I want. Like, I don't know. I just want the next half of my life to be better, and I will not rest until it is. And yeah, I wish I could have told all of that in like a nicer way, a more cohesive way, but I just needed to get it out because I have eyelashes on today and it needs to be done today. This needs to be done today, and by the time this is uploaded and seen by whoever, by myself, I will be in Europe. I will be in fucking Europe. That's crazy. Like, not luck. I am the luckiest girl in the world, but like, you don't want this life. You don't want to have, maybe we've been through the same things, but I wouldn't give some of that shit to my worst enemy, to my biggest op. I wouldn't put them through that. I wouldn't put them through that. Yeah, I'm the luckiest girl alive, but like, it's not luck. I work very hard and I make really good decisions to end up in the places where I need to be on the chessboard to receive the good things, you know? So it's not luck, but I'm the luckiest girl alive, okay? So yeah, I'll be in Europe, and maybe we'll talk about Europe. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna see the Sistine Chapel. I'm gonna see the sculpture Psyche revived by Cupid's kiss at the Louvre. I'm gonna go to the Louvre, and that's cool. Never kill yourself, okay? I hope, I don't know. I don't really care if that didn't make sense, because what matters is I got it out, and how I got it out is how it was meant to be heard. So I'm not gonna stress about it. Okay, never kill yourself. I'm so glad I never did. And I'm so glad I found it within myself to love myself back to life every single day. Okay, I don't want to talk anymore. It's late. Right? Hold on, I'm not done. Big shout out to my family for taking me in here. Big shout out to my weird uncle who lives in the garage, who will fucking murder you if you get near him. And you're like, oh, I've never heard about your weird uncle. Yeah, exactly. Why would you talk about your weird uncle? Anyway. So yeah, don't fuck with him. He's scary. Big shout out to my parents, because they are the best parents in the fucking world. And I am so thankful for how I was raised. They've taught me discipline and care and resilience and strength. Perfect people. Love them. I am the luckiest girl alive because of how they met. They had me in high school. My mom was 16. My dad was, I don't fucking know, 18. But so the house I'm living in right now, my dad lived around the corner, and my mom was walking around the corner with their friend, and they were victims of love at first sight. And my dad's friend was like, hey, and they were hollering at my mom, and my mom and dad started dating, and then mom got pregnant with me in high school. She was 16. Her water broke in like chemistry or something, and yeah, like I'm not supposed to be here, you know what I mean? But I am, and that's cool. Like by chance. Oh, I left out the most important part. They're both adopted. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? And they ended up in this house and around the corner from each other. How does that happen? How does that fucking happen? Then I asked my mom, I don't know when, kind of recently, like, why didn't you abort me? And she's like, I didn't know who you'd become. I was like, how the fuck would you say that? Just kidding. I like her. I like who she became. She's cool. She's fun. Okay. She graduated. She finished school. Can't tell me shit now. That's why I waited so long to talk about other shit. I'm like, hold on, let me show you I really got it together. I really picked my shit up and flipped my life around. And then I'll say what I need to say. Okay. Okay, bye for real now.